Hi guys, welcome to Football Updates 25 on YouTube and also on TikTok, where we talk everything transfer. In today's episode of Transfer Talk, we are going to discuss a couple of transfers happening around Europe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel, like and share this video, leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the recent transfers that is going to be discussed on the channel today. Now let's get into Italy. Now Juventus have rejected Chelsea's offer to sign Kenan Iodes. In fact, Chelsea offered 65 million euros to sign this guy, but Juventus have rejected this offer. They hope to keep the player in their squad because they see him as a present in the future for the football club Juventus. In other news, Manchester City have completed the signing of James Trafford. As you guys know, or if you don't know, James Trafford happened to be an academic graduate of Manchester City. He was sold for how do you call it 40 million euros, no 40 million pounds to what do you call it Burnley, and then Man City bought this goalkeeper back for about 23 million pounds. That means City only spent 30 million uh, pounds on Trafford. The keeper left, developed, became better, and they bought him back. That is good business that City have done so far in the goalkeeping situation. Alexander Isak, who happens to be the big topic of this transfer window, we know that he's forcing a move out of Newcastle. And what do you call it? Liverpool happen to be in a poor position to sign this guy. They are even ready to break the British transfer record to sign Alexander Isak, even as a signing he will Iketike. Now, reports coming in says that Al Hilal are ready to offer Alexander Isak 600 million pounds a week, tax free. Oh my God! I think FIFA need to stop this Saudi, pro league and the way they really use their money to pull these guys from Europe to their leagues. 600,000 pounds a week, tax free, tax free. Oh, that is crazy. Charlie, the money in Saudi Pro League is crazy. So let's see. I'm not sure Isak wants to go to Saudi at this time of his career. He wants to play in Europe, play in the Champions League, compete with the best teams. Maybe we can talk about this 3 or 4 seasons from now. But now his mind is set on Liverpool. But let's see if that will materialize or not. Arsenal are no longer in a race to sign Rodrigo, with Real Madrid set to demand at least 85 million pounds for the forward. You know, Rodrigo happens to be, let's say, somehow like an outcast at Real Madrid now because maybe they don't really count on him. Madrid do not want to push this guy out, but they are waiting for the player to come to the board and tell them that he wants to leave. And Rodrigo is also waiting on Madrid to tell him and his agent that, oh, we want to sell you. So both parties are kind of in a balance, and then they are waiting for who to make the first move, and that's kind of funny. But let's see. Since Arsenal is out of the race to sign Rodrigo, because reports says that Madrid might demand around 85 million pounds for Rodrigo, which Arsenal is not ready to pay this money to Real Madrid. In other news, Lucas Paqueta, as you guys know, he was being accused, or allegedly, let me use the word allegedly, of sport fixing charges over the years. Now, reports coming in today says that Lucas Paqueta is said to be cleared of sport fixing charges by an independent regulatory commission, and then it will be announced officially maybe somewhere next week. So let's look forward to that clearance by Lucas Paqueta. As you guys know, City were very interested in signing this guy, but due to this kind of case going on, they had to pull back because they didn't want to buy a player, and later on they have problems with him not being able to play in their shirt and all of you. So let's move on. Real Madrid, we know that the contract situation between Real Madrid and also what do you call it, Vinicius Junior have stalled over the past years. Vinicius wants that Mbappe money, kind of money for a new contract, and Madrid isn't ready to offer Vinicius that kind of money. Now, what came out this morning says that Madrid will not give Vinicius Junior the same salary as Kylian Mbappe. The club will give him a year to improve his level on the field. Last season, Vinicius was awful. He didn't really play to his best. Now, the season before last season, it was brutal. I mean, he was even a Ballon d'Or contender. You saw all this brouhaha between Madrid and also UEFA when he didn't win the Ballon d'Or, etc. But last season, he was in the shadows of Kylian Mbappe. So Madrid says that they are going to give him a year to improve his level on the field, and then come back to negotiate a new salary. Otherwise, they will have to sell him. Yeah, that is it. So they've given Vinicius the ultimatum. It's either you improve your level or we sell you next season. In other news, Rodrigo De Paul can be considered an Inter Miami player. Yes, the deal is sealed and the contract has been exchanged, or documents have been exchanged. 50 million euros has been paid to Atletico Madrid. It is a here we go confirmed since last week. And then Rodrigo De Paul is now an Inter Miami player. He's scheduled for medical in 24 hours, and Atletico Madrid have confirmed the sale of Rodrigo De Paul on the official website, wishing him all the best in his endeavors or in the next chapter of his life. Now let's talk about Xavi Hernandez, who happens to be out of, let's say, managerial role in recent times. You know, the last team he managed happens to be the last team he managed was FC Barcelona, and he hasn't been in any club since. Now we heard that Xavi was interested in what becoming the head coach of Indian national team, and even applied for the role. However, the deal fell off as his financial demands were beyond what the federation could afford. This was what we read this morning. Now, Xavi's camp came to refute these claims or reports or rumors. Now, sources close to Xavi says that this is not true. They completely deny that Xavi offered himself to manage the Indian national team. But then they claim that the Indian Federation are using his name to try to appeal to better candidates. So yeah, we know what I mean. This is football business. No, national teams, football clubs cannot use these tactics to attract big managers or some ideal candidates that they are looking for to fill such shoes. And this time, Xavi happens to be a victim in this case. We know that the All-Star game in the MLS took place, hours ago. Let me say a day ago. Let me put it that way because of the time difference. And Lionel Messi wasn't part of this All-Star MLS game due to fatigue, as he said. Now, the Federation or the MLS have suspended Lionel Messi for skipping the 2025 All-Star game without prior authorization. Therefore, he will miss the Inter Miami's match versus Cincinnati on July 26th. Now, the Inter Miami managing owner George Mas on Lionel Messi's suspension, he said that Messi is extremely upset, and he's hopeful that it doesn't really have an impact in the long term. Therefore, let me know your opinion in the comment section. Remember to subscribe to the channel Football Update 25 on YouTube and also on TikTok. I'll see you guys in the next video.